There we go. I think we're all set now. I see everybody rolling their shoulders. I see I got a text and I just want to make sure that that's not somebody texting me and saying, I can't hear you. Okay. Feet are parallel right under your hip points. Ground into your heels. Bend your knees. Roll the shoulders back 4 times. 3, 2, 1. And then roll it forward for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's take an inhale, arms overhead. Right arm comes down, reach up with your left arm and then take it over. Inhale, right arm comes up, left arm goes down. Find that opposition here. Let's take it back over to the right now. And I want you to rotate and reach your right arm back behind you a little bit. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, restack. And let's go to the other side. Reach up, push away with your right foot. And then find that rotation. Reach back actively with your left arm. And then let's take it back to center. Okay, some gentle knee bends. Bend your knees, arms come forward. Stand and ground through your heels. Bend, take it up. Bend, up. So some gentle pliés to get us going here. In a plié, our shoulders stay stacked over our heels. Let's take 2 more. Last one. Now click your heels together. Rotate open from the hips. We plie right here. Knee bend, down and up, and down and up. So finding some movement. Now you might peek down. Make sure your knees are tracking towards your middle toe, third toe. 2 more. We're gonna step it out to a wide plie. Step to the right. Take it out to a wide plie. And then row your arms in as you find the narrow V. Step to the left, and then row it in. Let's go a little faster. Out, row. So it's reach, row. I'm never actually fully standing up here. I'm warming my legs up. Open it up, pull it in. Pull it in. So we're getting that lower body warm up and also starting to activate the upper body. Open, row, open, row. Let's do 2 more each direction. Keep breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and stand it up. Now let's face profile. I'm going to step forward. You can mirror me, so you're on the right side of your mat. Feet are parallel still. Sit back in your chair squat. Long line, crown of the head through the tailbone, pressing into your heels, and then lift it up. Sit it back, take it up, back, up. Arms float forward, pull them down. Now let's add a little releve at the top. Heels up, sit it back, lift. First big balance challenge. You're wobbly here. You're doing it right. Lift. Exhale. Exhale. 4 more. Keep sitting it back. 2 more. Now hold it here. I want you to step the foot that's farthest away from me back. So you find a hinging crescent lunge. And let's actually take it all the way down to a runner's lunge. Enjoy the stretch here for a moment. Fingertips on the floor. Knee over your ankle. Straight back leg. Plant your hand that's farthest away from me on the floor. And just open twist toward me. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. Bring that hand down. Step your feet together. Leg closest to me is coming right back to that runner's lunge. So line the knee up over your ankle. Find some length in the back leg. Plant the hand closest to me down and open. Turn away from me. I'm still here with you. Hands come down and step your feet in. Now we're going to stand up tall, just like we did before, and then back leg steps back. Come all the way back to your runner's lunge. Step it and stand tall. Nice deep breath in. Leg closest to me comes back to your runner's lunge. Let's take that a little faster. Up for 2, back for 2. Step it up, inhale. Hinge, find your runner's lunge. Bring it up. Now find your front heel. As you come up, press into that front heel. Now, if this is just too much right now, you can take it to a crescent lunge, just like I'm showing right now. That's fine, you'll get all the work, or you can go a little deeper. Maybe you take it almost all the way down, but float your fingers. Take it up, step it back. Inhale up, step it back. Inhale up, step it back. Let's do 4 more. Press into your heel, find your breath. Take it back. Lift it up. We're not in any rush here. Lift it up, take it back, and we're gonna hold there. Hands come down to the floor. Guess what? We're taking it to a plank. You knew that was coming. So let's find our form here. You might have knees down. If you do, press the tops of your feet into the floor. Line your hands up under your shoulders. Maybe you come with me for a full plank. That is completely up to you today. Lift your heart, find a tiny bend in your elbows, push the floor away, reach the crown of the head away from you, reach the heels away from you. All right, anybody want to add a little mountain climber? I invite you, you can always go back to a hold. Front knee comes in, reach it back. Back knee comes in, reach it back, a little faster. It's front, back, front. We are turning on our core. We're using our full body here. Keep breathing through it. Keep pushing the floor away. Let's do 4 more. And then we hold. Hold your plank. Find your foundation again. Length through heels, length through head. Heart lifts. Deep breath in. Exhale. And reach your hips up. Find a downward dog. Pedal your heels out a few times here. Keep pushing the floor away. Tailbone reaches up. Come to center and walk your feet in. Let's hold our forward fold for a moment here. Let your head hang heavy. Nice deep breath in. Bend your knees. Exhale, let's roll it up. Arms overhead. And exhale. Anybody else have sweat dripping down their arms? I sure do. All right, if you're using weights, this is the time to grab them. We're gonna start in a wide plie. So I'm shoulders over hips, knees are tracking toward my toes, and know that it might look a little different on your body than it does on mine. So find what feels right for your body. We're gonna come down, sink to your lowest point, little pulse with the legs. I've got my elbows in by my torso, and I'm gonna add a little bicep pulse. So we're gonna work some small range, then we'll take it to bigger range. How about we lift the left heel? Maybe you come a little lower. 1-inch movement here. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, heel down, full range. Plie down, take it up. Let's go tempo. I have to get quiet every so often so I can actually hear the music. Especially when I say tempo, I'm like, am I on tempo? Keep going. 3 more. 2. Last one. Take it up. I want you to pivot to your right. You're going to find a lunge squat here. So I've got hip distance between my feet. I'm going to take my back leg down as long, back knee down as low as I feel comfortable. Front knee over the ankle. When you take your hand closest to me, it's the same as the foot that's behind. Reach it up, other hand is down. Inhale, exhale, step your feet together, switch your arms, take it down, find your breath. 2 count, up for 2, take it back. Up for 2, take it back. Now we're gonna stay at our 2 count. That's partly so we don't use momentum. But I'm going to layer on some challenges. Try the knee up, and then try tapping your knee down. Take your knee up. Try tapping it down. Now, if that's not working for you, no worries. Some days it doesn't work for me. That is really just a tap. And then to get back up, your front heel is everything. Whoops, I just lost it. See? Take it up. It's because I tried to turn and look at you. Okay, we have 4 more. So work with the range of motion that's working for you today. That pretty much goes for everything. 2 more. Last one. Find your lunge. Now straighten your back leg. Sweep your front arm back. Hinge it forward. Front knee is still over your ankle. Shoulders melt down. Press into your front heel. Find a little bicep curl. Step your foot in. Stay in your hinge. Reach it long. Arms go straight. It's in and in, reach, in, reach. Okay, so I know your standing leg is telling you something right now. Stick with it. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2. Now hold it back. Just a little lift with the arms, straight arms. How long can you make your arms? Heel is lifted. We have 8, 6, 4, 3, 2. Step your back foot in. Stay in your little squat. We're not quite done. Arms down under your shoulders. Reach your tailbone back. Straight arm leg reaches out to the side. And then you bring it down. Resist momentum. Let's go tempo. Tap. Tap it out. Bring it in. We're working the backs of the shoulders. Out. 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 Guess what? We only have 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Take it up. Roll your shoulders back. How's that right glute feeling? All right, we get to rinse and repeat now. So find your plie. Should be like, a little bit of a relief now. Elbows in, let's pulse. Down. Same thing as before. You might peek down at your knees. Are they tracking toward the middle of your foot? Maybe you come a little lower. Let's try lifting the right heel. I've got my elbows in by my torso. We have 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, heel down. Let's go full range down, full range up, tempo. Nice. So explore every inch of this movement. Feeling that middle point, resisting on the way down. Last one, take it up. Let's pivot to the left now. Set up your lunge squat. Remember, hips distance between your feet. Drop that back knee down, front knee over your ankle. Arm closest to me is up. We step in, let's take a couple slow just to get used to it on the side. Take it down, starting with a 2 count. Step it in, take it back. Step it in, take it back. Step it in, take it back. Front heel is everything. Now let's add on. Knee comes up, knee drops down. Knee comes up. So I'm super wobbly on this side. Tap the knee down. I do find that if I exhale as I lift up, press into my standing heel, that makes a big difference. Take it up. I almost lost it on that one. Take it up. That's why we do this. Bring it up. Tap it down. Exhale. Inhale. Let's do 4 more. Tap it. 3. Keep breathing. That's a reminder to myself. Hold this one. Straighten your back leg. Hinge forward. Reestablish pushing into your front heel. Uncurl your front toes. Step in with a little bicep curl. Reach it back. Long arms. In, back. So I'm going to get quiet here for a minute so I can catch my own breath. Okay, so you're still reaching your tailbone back. You're still thinking length from the crown of the head through your heel. Hold it here. Just a lift with your long arms. Up, up. Keep pushing into the front heel. Keep the back heel lifted. 8 more here. 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step your back heel in. You're still in your chair squat. Level out your hips. Arms come down. Let's step it out to the side with the front foot. Out. Okay, so we're working the back of the shoulders here. Imagine this movement coming from your back. That'll help you get into, well, the back. Seems kind of obvious. We have 8, 7, 6. Think about long wrists for 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring it in. Roll the shoulders back. All right. So yeah, I'm out of breath. That's why we do this, right? Bring your heels together. Open from your hips. Find your narrow V plie. We're going to bring our elbows back into our side. And then you have the option of hovering your heels, but keep pressing them together if you do that. Knees track toward toes. We plie as we reach. Stand as you row in. Reach. Let's go tempo. Pull and pull. Okay. So let's talk a few things about form here. The more you can squeeze the heels, especially on the way up, the more you will light up the back body. So crucial right now. I mean, always crucial, but we're all sitting a lot more. So let's think about how we can turn this into a full body exercise. Let's do 4, 3, 2, last one. Go ahead and set your weights down. If you're using them, have them right in front of your mat. We're going to use them in a moment. And we're going to take it to our bar work. Don't worry, I promise a good stretch at the end of class today. So I want you to pull your chair in. And you're going to have the seat side facing you today. So I like to put a little bit of it on my mat for a little extra stability, okay? So let's set ourselves up here. I'm going to take my hands under my shoulders. You can have them fully on the chair. You might have them turned out. That's what I'm going to do today. But they're under my shoulders. Then I'm going to line my feet up under my hips distance apart, okay? Nice long spine from the tailbone through the crown of the head. The leg that's closest to me, I want you to reach it back, and then if your hip popped up, let's close it for now, okay? So bring it level with your back hip. Now find a little bend in the leg, flex your foot. We're gonna find a little pulse up, up, up. So I'm not changing anything about the angle of my knee, and don't worry about the exact angle, but I am trying to keep this work in the glute. So it's just a little press from the glute. Now you're welcome to take your back arm, take it across the small of your lower back, and I even have the back of my hand on my glute. So that's a good reminder that the exercise is coming from the glute and that my lower back should stay just nice and stable, but not be taking on the work. 8 more. This is also quite the balance challenge. 3, 2, now hold it here. You can bring that hand back down if you want. I want you to lengthen your leg. Both legs are straight, hips are still level. Bend both knees, bring them right next to each other, extend and reach. Tempo, bend, bend, and reach. Now, if that doesn't feel good on your standing knee, you can just focus on the leg that's extending and bending here. Catching the new beat. Bend, reach, bend, reach. 4 more. Now I'm trying not to dump into my wrists here. The chair is really there for balance. Hold it here. Both legs are straight. Hips level. Tap your toe down. Lift. Still coming from the glute. So again, if it helps you, take your other hand there. Give it a little reminder. Telling the back to back off, telling the glute to turn on. 7, 6, 5. I know your standing leg is like, what is happening? -2. We're almost there. 2. Last one. Stand it up just for a minute. I really needed a towel today. Okay, you're gonna turn and face me. Find a little turnout with your leg. Whatever honestly feels comfortable to you, we're gonna actually come to a side position. So a couple of options. You can have your hand on the chair, or you can come down to your forearm and use your front arm to support you. So up to you. I'm gonna take the hand today. Now I'm trying to make myself into a star. I mean, we all are stars, right? Head, shoulder, hip, leg are all in line. And I'm just gonna put my shoulder and my hand in a comfortable place, reaching long through the toes. I pull my knee in, and then I push my heel out. Knee comes in, heel pushes out. Let's go tempo. In, press. Now I'm imagining that my knee is sliding along a table in front of me. Press. Bring it in. Okay, so I know your legs are working like crazy. Your shoulder is stabilizing, but where can you relax a little? Maybe the shoulders can melt from the ears. One more here. Hold it. Point your toe, 8 circles back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 8 circles front, and then we're out of here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. Okay, so we're gonna come down to the floor for a minute, calling this workout peaks and valleys. We're going into a valley, and I'm gonna invite you to squat all the way to the floor. You've got the chair there if you need it. Might take your feet just a little bit wider. Stick your butt back, squat it down. Knees are tracking towards your toes. Take it down a little more. Arms can come forward for a counterbalance. Go to the point that feels right for you. See how low you can go. You know I've been obsessed with deep squatting lately. This is it for me. So I'm gonna take it down. I want you to take your head in the same direction as me. So head toward the left. Your knees are bent. You are either up on your elbow, or you can come down, prop your head up, or rest it on your upper arm. That is up to you, okay? Hips are stacked. That means my knees are one on top of the other. Remember I said to have those weights handy? If you have a weight, just hold it somewhere like on your top thigh. Lift your feet, but keep your bottom thigh on the floor. Keep your knees and hips stacked. And we're just gonna rotate open and close. So we create a diamond shape. Open, close it up. Let's go tempo. Up, down, up. Now that weight is just there for a little extra resistance. You can get rid of it if you don't like it. And if you don't have it, these are still really effective. You'll feel it. And up and close, up, close. So I'm a little more relaxed in my upper body, but I'm not totally collapsing. So your core is keeping you nice and stable here. Now hold the knee up, little lift, up, 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 lift, up. I know, I'm right there with you. up, up. Okay, same pulse as little down, down, down. Just a change in emphasis. Down. 8 more here. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and set your weight down. Maybe give your hip a little rub there. And let's take the leg out. You might need to push your chair or scoot out like I did. Reach the leg long. I want you to bring it forward. Flex your foot. Hips are still stacked. Just sweep the foot back. This is really about mobility. And then sweep it forward, flex your foot, sweep it back, point your leg, take it forward. So that feels really good to me right now, just to get that stretch and movement. That's what this is really about here. 4 more, point and take it back. 3 more. Don't overthink this part. It's whatever feels good right now. And on the last one, we're gonna hold it back and grab a stretch. Hold it back. See if you can grab your foot or your ankle. Bring your heel towards your butt and just enjoy that stretch. You can even kind of push the hip forward a little bit. And then go ahead and release. Okay, you ready for the next peak? So here's your challenge for this time. Can we get up without touching the floor? I don't know. Let's find out. Tuck your toes underneath you, roll back and stand up, or however you want to do it. But this is something that I'm increasingly working on. This is why we're doing bar, right? Is so that when we're 85, we can still get up and down from the floor. So let's work on that. Okay, you got your chair on the other side now. I'm just gonna move my weight out of the way for the time being. So again, hands down on the chair, whichever way feels good to you. Shoulders melt away from the ears. Get your heels under your hips, find that length in your spine, and then reach the leg closest to me back. Find a little bend, flex your foot. Press up, up, up. Okay, so check in with that front hip. Did it pop up? Maybe you do the hand to the butt trick again. So my forearm is reminding my back to just stay stable, not get too involved, right? And my hand is reminding my glute to do the work. It's a tiny lift. Doesn't have to be a big bend. Don't even worry about that part. Really, the bend is just to help us keep the work in the glute for now. And we're constantly finding sort of different angles on that work. Okay, let's do 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can bring your back hand down, extend your back leg, hips are still level, bend both knees, and then take it out. One more slow. Knees right next to each other. Take it out. Tempo. In. Reach. Okay, so I started to say this on side 1, but let me reiterate. See if you can be light on your hands here. Yes, they are supporting you. You are getting some shoulder work, and that's a good thing. And see if you can lift up out of them just a little bit. Maybe think about putting more of the weight into your heel. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Hold both legs straight, toes tap down, up, down, up. Maybe take that little reminder to the glute. Keep working. Back doesn't need to get too involved in the work. It's stabilizing you. Tap, up. 8 more. 7. Keep pressing into your front heel, and then use the tripod of the ball of your foot. Arches are nice and lifted in your foot. 3, 2, last one. Take it down, and let's readjust. So you're gonna face me. Standing leg is whatever, little turn out, parallel, whatever feels good to you. You can find that star position. Okay, hand under your shoulder, or you can do forearm and hand to the front. Let's reach our leg out long to the side. Find that alignment, shoulder, hip, foot. Here we go, bend it in, flex, push. In, flex, push, out. In. So here's where the knee is sliding on top of a table in front of you. In, press, in. So I'm trying to keep my spine long, and that includes my neck. You can always take your gaze down to the chair or the floor if that feels better, especially since you know what we're doing now. So sometimes that does feel better for me. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, you know what's coming, you know we're almost there. Now hold the leg out long, little circle back, 8, 7. So I just noticed my top shoulder was kind of caving in, so I found my alignment. Circle front, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're gonna take it back down. Are we ready? Let's try that deep squat again. I'm gonna go a little wider with my feet this time, because I think I might be able to get all the way there that way. So you sit your butt back. Take it nice and slow. You've got the chair there if you need it. Arms can come forward. And you want to see if you can get your tailbone all the way down to the ground. This is really about ankle mobility. So we'll work on that. There we are. Go ahead and sit down. And this time we set up for those diamonds facing the other direction. You can be up on your forearm if that feels good to you. Otherwise, you can join me down here. I'm going for the floor option today. Line your knees up, line your hips up, heels are in line with your butt. Then you have the option to take the weight there for a little extra. Feet come up, bottom thigh stays down. Let's take a couple slow. Close your diamond shape, open it up. Close it down. Okay, let's go tempo. Take it up. Catch your breath here, down and up. This is really concentrated work. Up, gluteus medius. But I'm, like I said before, I'm not completely collapsing in my upper body. I'm kind of hugging everything in to support me, to stabilize. 7, 6, 5, 4 more. Got those pulses in 1. Here we go, let's do it. Little lift, up, up, up. Now our hips are also different. You might have a different range of motion than me. That's a beautiful thing. Try to keep your hips stacked one on top of the other. Now just change the direction of pulse, down, down. So I find that when I get tired, my top hip starts to kind of sink back, and that will actually take the work out of where I want it. 7, 6, 5. So that's why the hip stacking cue all the time. And last one, go ahead and set the weight down. Give your glute a little massage, and then extend that leg. I guess that wasn't the best planning on my part to not move the chair out of the way first, but that's okay. So you adjust how you need to. Bottom leg stays bent. Take the foot forward, point, bring it back. And this is just about like sweet release. Take it back. You're still getting some work here though too. Take it back. Forward, point, and take it back. 4 more. 3, 2 more. Last one, and let's get that stretch at the end. Hold it here. Go ahead and grab your foot, your ankle, your shin. Pull your heel towards your glute and press. How are we doing? All right, we just have a few more minutes here. We're gonna do some abs, and we're gonna stretch it out, and then we will be done. So you've already made it through most of the workout. So I'm gonna get my weights completely out of the way here, and you can just turn right onto your back. All right, make sure that your chair is not in your way. So let's turn that into an exercise, why don't we? I just pushed mine out of the way, but you're welcome to sit up and move it. And we don't need it anymore, is the point for now. Okay, so I'm gonna find my neutral spine. My knees are bent, feet are on the floor to start. I'm gonna exhale, tuck my pelvis. Inhale, arch my pelvis. And then I'm gonna find that sweet spot right in between where my hip points are drawing toward one another because I'm using my lower abs. My back is comfortable and strong, and we're gonna keep it that way. Hands can come down to the floor to start. Bring your knees up to tabletop, trying to keep that neutral pelvis. So I'm trying to avoid this for right now, okay? So I can feel my tailbone on the floor, knees are over my hips. I'm gonna keep my bend for now, moving from the thigh. I take a toe tap down and bring it up, down, up, tap it. Now it doesn't have to go all the way down to the floor. So that neutral spine thing that I was just saying, if you notice your back starting to arch up, make the movement smaller. You'll still get the work, even right here, even with just a couple of inches. And tap and lift. Inhale, exhale. I'm going to give you a bunch of layers as we continue to move through this ab work. You can come right back here at any point to keep moving, keep working, but peel it back. If you'd like, take your hands behind your head, create some support there, let your head be heavy, and then imagine you're pushing something away behind you as you lift your chest. Head is still heavy, not pulling. Lifting from here, pushing away from here. Tap, lift, tap. Okay, next layer. How about we do straight leg instead of a tap? Reach, bring it in. Reach, bring it in. Now make sure you're breathing. If you're taking the upper chest lift, keep that work in the abs. It's not in the neck, right? Reach. Okay, how about we add a twist on the next one? Shoulder to bent knee. Twist, center. So I'm staying lifted in my chest, rotating from the rib cage. And I always like to think shoulder to knee. I mean, the elbow will kind of get there, but to keep the work where we want it, think like shoulder or rib cage to knee. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Quick reset. Head down, hands down. Find that march. Lift. Okay, we're gonna do one more round. A little bit different next time. But again, you can hang out here. This is actually one of my favorite ab exercises. I just think it's so effective. Tap and up. Okay, so here's your option. Find that chest lift again, heavy head, lifting from the chest, pushing away the air behind you with your ribs. How about we try both legs? So it's toes, exhale. Now how about we add an upper ab curl? Whether you're doing one leg or two, try this. We go back, exhale, lift, elbows wide. Now try to touch elbows to knees. So when you do that, you will come out of your neutral spine. You will find a little curl, and you're gonna be using your lower abs like crazy to get there. Let's do 8, 7, 6. Notice my dramatic exhale as I crunch it up. 3, 2, last one. Hug your knees in. You made it. You made it to the stretch. If you can hang around and stretch out with me, please do. I've got about 5 minutes of stretching for you. If you can hang around after class and say hi, please do. I'd love to hear your voice, see how you're doing. Let's take our feet down to the floor. Keep your knees bent, but take them wide, arms out to the side, and let your knees sway to the front and then to the back. No right or wrong here. Just whatever feels good. Unwind a little bit of that tension. Hold the knees to the front next time they're there. Push into your back foot and find a little lift, opening up the front hip even more. After those abs, I feel like we need that again. Deep breath in. And then exhale, let's take it to the back. Use your glute to push up. Find a little lift here. You can push into that foot for a little bit more leverage. And then release. Let's take our back leg, or the leg farthest away from me, either bent or long. Front leg is going to come up toward the ceiling. So you can grab on behind your thigh. My chair has just kind of been in my way this whole time. All right. Grabbing on wherever it feels good to you, but try to keep your tailbone on the floor so that you keep the stretch in the leg. Flex your foot and point, and flex and point. Hold the flex. Take a little bend. Press the heel up. Bend. Press the heel up. Each time, maybe you find a little bit more length, and hold. Deep breath in. I don't know if you can see, but my leg is shaking because we worked pretty hard in that class. If you had your back leg straight, bend it, cross your ankle over your knee, gently push the knee out, and then how about we find a figure 4 here. You can clasp your fingers behind your thigh, or you can just kind of hug everything in. Sometimes I get a deeper stretch this way, actually. But lengthen your tailbone away from you. Notice how you can get into the side of the hip even a little more. When I clasp my fingers, I love to push out a little bit with my elbow to get more of a hip stretch. And then try a gentle rock side to side. Breathing, letting everything go here. Come back to center. Unwind. Front leg can go long, or it can stay bent if that's better for you. Find that extension up toward the ceiling. Holding at the thigh, calf, if you want to grab your toe, whatever feels good to you. Let's flex the foot and point and flex. Remember those deep squats? Yeah. As I was saying, getting back to our deep squats. Hold your flex. Let's bend the knee and press the heel up. Sometimes the limiting factor in those squats is ankle mobility. So these releves, flexing and pointing, things that we do in bar, that's great to find more mobility there. I'm actively working on it myself. Hold. Take a deep breath in, and then release. Find your figure 4. Lengthen your tailbone. Pull everything in for a deeper stretch. Maybe you clasp fingers and push the elbow out to get a little more. Thinking length from the tailbone. Little rock side to side. And finding center. Go ahead and unwind. Feet come down. Knees can come toward me. Push yourself up to seated. We're going to finish with a couple of seated stretches today. So find an easy seat, whatever that means for you. It might mean legs in front of you, might be bent like mine. Whatever allows you to press your sits bones into the floor. So if you have your knees in front of you, they might actually be bent, okay, or legs in front of you. Let's take a deep breath in, arms overhead. And just like we started, right arm comes down, reach up with your left arm, take it over. So keeping my shoulders in line with my hips to start. Inhale through center. Exhale, take it up and over. So we did this standing. Now we're standing on our sits bones. Same thing. Take it up and over. And now let's add the rotation. And as you rotate, I want you to reach actively through your front arm. And let's sweep the back arm back, just like we did standing. Nice deep breath here. Breathe into the back ribs. Breathe into the shoulders, and then unwind. Come up through center. Take it up and over first. So find that length. And then rotate. Reach through the fingers. Reach through your back fingers. Take a nice deep breath in here. Let's flow through that one more time. So we take both arms up through center, up and over. That back arm reaches back. Take it up through center. Take it back. And then let's all land in center. Inhale, arms overhead. One more stretch here. Exhale, bring your elbows down. Hold it here. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your heart. Your gaze can come up. And then exhale, reach your fingers up. Inhale, one more time. Open your chest. Do this every so often when you're sitting at your computer. And release. Nice deep breath in here. And then exhale. Arms come down. Sit tall. Fingertips to the floor. We made it. You did it. I'm coming in to say hi. Thank you for joining me today. If you need to go, I totally get it. I hope you have a great week. Oh, and as I come in, let me tell you what's happening next week. So next week we had some scheduling complications. So let me stop the recording.